Well, hello folks, this is Greg Jacobs here, and I'm coming to you from my home up in northern Thailand, where I've lived for the better part of the last 10 years. Now, I've been able to go and implement a location-independent lifestyle because of the internet, because of the opportunity that the internet goes and provides us to go and grow and maintain a sustainable business online, just working from our laptops and internet connection wherever we are. Now, in the last couple years, this income and this lifestyle has been capable for me because of crowdfunding. Now, in just a few minutes, we're going to be talking about crowdfunding. And probably one of the biggest misconceptions that people have about crowdfunding is that crowdfunding is not actually just for inventors. It's not for people with big ideas who invent things, who go and, they'll go and drill things together and that sort of stuff. But crowdfunding is actually something that's for the everyday entrepreneur like yourself or like myself, something that's very, very accessible to us. And we're going to be talking as well about the $6 million bicycle, because I think that's something that we all really, really want to talk about, is the $6 million bicycle. It sounds so fantastic and mysterious, but you realize it could have been any of us, okay? So we're going to be talking about these things in crowdfunding and how it's right for you in just a few minutes. But what I wanted to go and talk about is the short progression, how we got to crowdfunding, and more importantly, what you need to know about blue ocean industries and what I like to call, for lack of better words, walk-up money. Okay, so I started my internet marketing career, I guess, in 2007. Okay, so back in 2007, crowdfunding didn't exist, mobile apps didn't exist, none of this stuff existed. It was just, it was just the internet and Google. Okay, so back then, what was the blue ocean, or like to call the walk-up money, was AdSense. Those are those Google ads that you see on the side of when you search for something, or when you go ahead and go to a site, they'll go and have advertising on there. Okay, so back then, this was walk-up money, just like crowdfunding is now. And this is why I'm telling you the story, because you need to go and connect the dots and make the parallel on why it's important that if you're interested in crowdfunding and jumping on it, that you make it something that you're getting on now. Because if you wait, and then it's done, and then we're done, basically. But so back in 2007, Google AdSense was the walk-up money. People were literally making hundreds of thousands of dollars a day. I know a guy that went and made $85 million in 2007, 2008 by doing AdSense. And he was just an internet marketer. He was actually living in Costa Rica, of all places, just tapping on his computer on the beach. Okay, so back then, it was really, really hot. Anybody who got on Google AdSense could just follow the directions, of course, follow the outline, and they would go and find significant profits. Obviously, not everybody would make that $85 million, but there was just money coming out of the ears, coming out of the wazoo of everybody. Okay, that ended. Just like all blue oceans become red, Google changed its rules, the market became inundated, too many people started doing it. It became hard. 2009, eBay. Everybody went and moved to eBay. I moved to eBay. I was doing the eBay Partner Network. I had a software that would go and make affiliate offers for the eBay Partner Network. We were making a killing. I had people that are making $10,000 a day just using my software, okay? Give it a couple years. eBay doesn't work anymore. Yes, you could still be an eBay affiliate. Yes, you could be eBay Partner Network, but it's not a blue ocean. It's not something that an entrepreneur can just, like us, like yourself or myself, can just show up, follow the directions, press some buttons, and earn a significant income, okay? Fast forward 2011, mobile apps, same story. Now, mobile apps is still a great industry, but it's hard, okay? If you got into it in 2011, what happened is you could establish your foothold in the industry. Fast forward 2013, Amazon. How many of you here do Amazon right now? Or you've bought a course on Amazon, or you've heard about Amazon? Okay, great. When Amazon selling private label and FBA really came to the forefront in 2012, 2013, people were making a killing. They were showing up, they were buying the course, they were implementing, they're getting to the top of the category and just selling hundreds and thousands of units a day. Seriously. Now in 2015, Amazon still works, it's still a fantastic business, but it's not that walk-up blue ocean. It's something you're going to show up and there's going to be a ton of competition. There's going to be the other 30,000 people that bought the same course and you're all fighting with them, okay? So the reason why I'm telling you this is, I've been through the industry, I've been through the whole cycle of the industry is, yes, all these are good business models, AdSense, eBay, mobile apps, Amazon, but when they hit, They have what's called the blue ocean. They have the walk-up money where somebody with little to no experience in that industry can essentially walk up, follow the directions, get a foothold, and use that foothold to pivot into a long-term 7- and 8-figure business. Okay, so if you were in that time zone and you got in those at the right time, then you know what I'm talking about. Okay, and right now, that blue ocean, that walk-up money, it's in crowdfunding. Okay, and now crowdfunding, it's not what you think it is. When most people think of crowdfunding, they think of like some crazy watch, or supporting a video game or somebody's film, or some crazy invention gadget. And maybe crowdfunding was like that at first. Like when it first came out, there was like a watch that went and raised like $11 million. It was like an electronic watch before the Apple Watch came out. I think the Apple Watch like got inspired by it. Okay, now that's how it was to start. But fast forward now, crowdfunding is for the everyday entrepreneur, and you'd be very, very surprised to learn that the people that are earning the most money on crowdfunding aren't actually inventors. They're actually using the same skill set that people that are selling on Amazon are essentially using. What they're doing is they're going and finding a product. They're making some modifications, putting some stuff on it, making it unique, making it an invention. They're putting it on the crowdfunding site, and just because it's on the crowdfunding site, it goes and sells a lot. To go and make money, to innovate, to become profitable, to become successful, you need one of two things. You either need a new innovation, or you need a new platform. Okay, and these platforms, this Kickstarter, the Indiegogo for personal fundraising, there's GoFundMe as well. Just the mere novelty factor, where people are like, "Oh wow, it's on Kickstarter, I want it." They'll go and buy it. They'll go and pre-fund it. Whereas if they just saw it on a website or something, they're not going to. So it's a gold mine of opportunity. Okay, so let me go ahead and let's just go ahead and switch to the screen right now. And so you can see here in the example, right now I'm over at Kickstarter, and this is an example of, there's tons of products out there like this. It's the vacuum clicker, and this just happens to be live right now while I'm doing this. What it is it's a little like pump that comes with some little buttons, and you can see you can go and use it to go and seal your food. Really, really good idea. It seems really, really useful, and they've already raised, what is it, $96,000. And what's really, really cool about this is, the point I was trying to make is these crowdfunding platforms, they're platforms, and you're using it to go introduce things to people. Now, different platforms have different terms of service, exactly what you can't do, and we're going to go over through that more incredible Gene Machines. But I just wanted to show you this vacuum clicker here, which somebody went and put on Kickstarter and did really, really good job marketing. It's a product in Japan already. So this was a popular product in Japan already, and somebody went and kind of brought it over there. Now, that's just one way to go do your business model, and there's a lot of other business models. Like, here's one example. This is actually an associate of mine. His name's Jamie, and he did a project which is a tungsten cube. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's like the world's heaviest, most densest metal. He went and found a source for it, and he put it up there, and he went and raised $487,000, and that's really, really cool. Now, the thing is, Jamie didn't invent the metal. The metal's been around, for as long as metals have been around. What he did was he found that metal, and he found a really, really good way to go ahead and repurpose it. And what I'm doing here is I'm just showing you different examples, different ways that things go and work for people. And his next project that he's doing right now is actually just like a notebook which has a magnetic pen. Very, very cool stuff. So people are really, really doing this as a way to go. Here's another example. It's an ear thermometer, and ear thermometers have been around for a long time. It's not a new invention, but what they did was they went and connected the ear thermometer to your app. So they took a standard product, and they went and did a little bit of development, and by doing this, they went and connected it to an app. And you might be thinking like, oh, it's really, really hard to, how do you do this? Well, the reality is there's a lot of manufacturers out there that can do this technology for you. It's just what really, really needs to happen is you need to have the vision for what you want to do, and then you just got to go ahead and stay on top of them. And once you get down into it and down into the deep, it's a lot easier. And there's a lot of different ways you can fund. I have another example here. This is just like oh wow, this just happened. Over $9 million for a travel jacket. It's just basically a jacket with really, really good design.
and you know, a lot of really, really cool pockets. And this has been a total runaway hit. Over here, this is my friend Kyle's project, actually, and it's only done 73,000, but I have a feeling this is going to be, you know, this is the launching board for, you know, a serious long-term business. He's made a dress shirt out of merino wool, which is something that, you know, it doesn't wrinkle. Now, merino wool has been around a long time. It's used in a lot of sports shirts because it doesn't have smell in it. And what Kyle did is he took the material, the merino material, and he went and repurposed it into, you know, a nice dress and travel shirt. Okay, here's another example of, you know, whether it's a new product or not a new product. It's, you know, the world's first reversible micro USB. You know how you have these problems with the USBs where you're always putting it in the wrong way. Well, a guy went and solved that, and he went and raised over what is it, over $100,000. Now, a lot of people have been asking is, you know, crowdfunding campaigns, does it have to be products? Can it be services or fundraising or something like that? There was a product that, let's see here. It was a yoga product where they were actually selling yoga classes. I think it was My Yoga Online, maybe. So let's see if we can go ahead and find it. So the reason why I wanted to show you this is that you don't necessarily just have to go and crowdfund products. It can be services. So these guys, they went and crowdfunded over $182,000 I mean, for lack of a better word, for yoga classes. They had a new series of yoga classes that they were going to go put on there, and instead of, you know, selling it on their website, they actually leveraged crowdfunding in order to do that to the tune of $82,000. So there's really, really lots of ways to go about this, depending on, you know, what's the right temperament and what's the right way for your product, whether it be finding an existing product and moving it over to a new platform, or to actually invent stuff new, or to go sell a service like this. And over the next couple of videos, we're really, really going to deep dive into these things and, you know, find out which is the best way for you and the which way to generate traffic.
And the thing is with the market and the consumers is that there's so much excitement about crowdfunding is it's just they become crowdfunding junkies. They just see something on there and they just want to buy it. And us as entrepreneurs, our job is to just get in front of them, basically. Here's another one idea. Here's a tangle-free iPhone charging cable. 160,000, 7,000 raised. Okay, great. There it is on, I think that's global sources. Minimum order 3,000, I don't know if you can see that. Minimum order 3,000 pieces. Lead time 10 to 30 days. So, you know, this person, and if you go to Amazon, you'll find dozens of these in the category. It's impossible to compete. How do you can't even break into that category. There are so many people selling it. But on here, they raised $167,000 on Kickstarter. So I think that you're starting to get the point across that with crowdfunding, you actually get to pre-fund your inventory. I think you stop the thought of that. Now, whether you're, you know, an e-commerce seller already or you're just getting started and thinking about it, the biggest stoppage point for e-commerce sellers, Amazon sellers, is their inventory. You know, they do all this investment, they do this research, they develop their product, and then it's like, bam, they have a $10,000 bill for inventory. They don't have the money for that. You don't have the money for that. And with crowdfunding, you can actually get people to pre-fund your inventory, okay? Here's another example. It's totally low-tech, small, lightweight, no moving parts. It's a bottle opener, guys. It's a bottle opener. And it went and raised over $200,000. Here, next example, titanium sunglasses, really. You know how many titanium sunglasses are out there on Amazon and on Alibaba? These guys went and just grabbed some titanium sunglasses, apparently, and they went and raised $32,000, okay? Now, this next example is just totally going to blow your mind. Why didn't I think of that for $3.4 million? Okay. Granted, this was not pulled off of Alibaba. This was a little bit of a custom job, and by the looks of it, it actually looks like they never even developed it when they did the crowdfunding campaign. It looks like a Photoshop job to me. And what they did is they got some headphones and they put some freaking glowing cat ears on it. It's not hard stuff to do, and they raised $3.4 million. So the point is it's about being a little bit of clever, and it's about marketing, guys. And the crowdfunding industry it's just completely at our hands, okay? Now, over the next couple days, we're going to be sending you 3 more videos. The video that we're going to be sending you next goes and talks about the Hollywood launch method, which talks about the exact steps that you need to take to go and launch your crowdfunding campaign. And the third video is going to be showing a case study. A friend of mine, he's 75 years old, and he went and raised $350,000 on a crowdfunding campaign. He had no tech experience whatsoever and such. Not bad. I think and then the fourth video is where it all comes together. So I need you to go ahead and keep a lookout at this video, but before we go, I have 2 tasks for you, okay? Number 1 is below this video, you have a little bit of homework, because you've been watching this video and you're interested in crowdfunding, and you know crowdfunding is what you want to do, and you know that this is really that opportunity that you've been waiting for, whether you haven't really taken the leap in internet marketing or you've been doing e-commerce or Amazon, you know that crowdfunding is the next natural step, okay? So right below this video, there's a PDF to download. It has a little bit of homework in there for you. Now, the reason I want you to do this homework is I want you to start kind of just digging your brain tendricles into the industry. I want you to start to feel the industry. So it's going to be a little bit of an assignment to look around Kickstarter or look around Indiegogo, and do a little bit of research and just start to get a feel for, all these crazy, sometimes stupid ideas that people are getting millions of dollars for. Because the reality is that these stupid ideas are getting millions of dollars. You could have a good idea and do even more and such. And crowdfunding is just beginning. I mean, you can scale it to a real 7 to 8 figure retail business where you get in big box retailers and such. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. We'll get to all that. But it's a real business. It's serious, and it's probably the best opportunity that's come along in years. Okay, so I need you to download that. I need you to do the homework before the next video comes out. And if you please, leave a comment down there below on what you think about this video so that we can go ahead and get it going and share it with your friends. All right, guys, well, thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.